Yo, guys, Urb'n Barz brings you the best UK reactions to rap, hip hop, and urban music from all around the world. And guys, you know, here at Urb'n Barz, we like to give you the best in all things urban from all around the world, no matter where that might be. But sometimes, guys, sometimes we have to keep our feet on the earth, firmly on the earth, guys. And you know that sometimes, guys, I speak and I speak a lot more than I should speak, and that gets me into trouble. But guys, I've had a look at my conscience, and I've always thought this from day one, even before I started this channel. Sometimes, guys, you need to speak your piece. You really, really do. And I've wanted to do this for a long time, guys, because I have to level with you. Before I even started reacting to this music, I used to listen to people like this chap here, Urb'n B Peterson. I've listened to him for more years than I can remember. People like Officer Tatum I've listened to. I've listened to many other channels, and they really do speak a lot of sense. So I'm going to call this section, well, I'm thinking about it, calling it The Truth Hurts. Because guys, sometimes you need to hear the truth. So in this one, this is the first one that's kicking off everything here at our channel here, Urb'n Barz, guys. And this is The Truth Hurts. And this is our man, Urb'n B Peterson. And he's talking about a person who's a pet sort of project for me, and that is Justin Trudeau of Canada. Yes, guys, you know Justin Trudeau, who tried to crush the Canadian truckers, who our man Tom McDonald stood up for. Yes, the same Justin Trudeau. I am so piqued to hear what our man Urb'n B Peterson is going to say about Justin Trudeau, because I haven't heard this, guys. I never listened before reacting to these things, but I know, because I know Urb'n B Peterson very, very well. He's a very intelligent, a very articulate, and a very, I can't even think of the word, but he's a person who is very true in their outlook on life, and true in how he presents his outlook on this life and in this world. So guys, let's check out our man Urb'n B and let's check out what he's got to say about Justin Trudeau is a narcissist. Guys, I'm gonna like this.
The fact that he basically ignores Parliament, and now that he's made it virtual, and then we could add to that as another one, Rex, which I think is very interesting, the fact that he denied unvaccinated Canadians, about 6 million of them, the right to travel, which is a big deal in a country like Canada.
Oh my goodness. So already we've got a person here, a narcissist, or we'll find out if he is a narcissist, but he's denied the right of over 6 million Canadians the right to travel, because they were not, I probably can't say the word, but it's the first bit, guys. So let's wheel this back and hear our man Urb'n B talking about Justin Trudeau.
The fact that he basically ignores Parliament, and now that he's made it virtual, and then we...
So two things. Justin Trudeau isn't an elected leader, an elected official. He is ignoring Parliament. Parliament is elected. From my delvings into history, I majored in history, not politics, but history. But as far as I'm aware, in any democratic society, you are voted in. So he's the Prime Minister, I believe, of Canada. Is that correct? And if he is, then he is voted in under legitimacy from the people. So if Justin Trudeau is ignoring Parliament, okay, you can make it virtual, I suppose, because of COVID laws, etc., etc. That's not the main issue. But if you're ignoring the edicts and dictates of Parliament, then that's a serious thing, because you are voted in by the people to do the people's will. What we forget, people, is that we are the ones who vote in our leaders in this so-called democratic system. We are the people who vote in our leaders. But our leaders have to adhere to certain rules. And if these leaders are breaking those rules, then they should not be our leaders. We have to remember that. And this is what these people are very good at. They're very good at smoke and mirrors, and they're very good at casting. Do you know, like the snake charmer? he charms a snake, and suddenly the snake that's sort of prostrate on the floor, prostrate in the basket, is suddenly up straight and erect sort of thing in the air. And no one knows how did the snake charmer get the snake to do that, or how did he charm the mongoose, etc., etc. It's the same way these politicians are doing their little tricks, their little sleight of hands to fool us and to charm us into something, and we don't actually see what they're doing with the other hand. Exactly the same thing, people. But we have to understand and realize and never forget that we are the masters. They are our servants. We are not their servants. The way they portray it is we are their servants. No, we too, as part of the, I can't think what the word is. I was about to say proletariat, but that's probably not the right word to say, because I think that's a Russian word. But as part of the people, we do have to follow rules and laws too, the law of the land. But having said that, we have the power to vote in our leaders for a set period of time. And every few years, they come back to us, the electorate. That's the word. We are the electorate. They have to come back to us to ask for a further term to govern. That's it, actually. They govern. They don't rule. They think they rule us, but they're meant to govern. But govern itself is still called control. Govern is called control. I think it's a Greek word, is it? And I think it's something to do with control of the mind. But look it up in a dictionary and find out. I think it means that. I might be wrong. But guys, I digress. Let's go back to our man, Jordan B. Peterson.
The fact that he basically ignores Parliament, and now that he's made it virtual, and then we could add to that as another one, Rex, which I think is very interesting. The fact that he denied unvaccinated Canadians, about 6 million of them, the right to travel, which is a big deal in a country like Canada and a big deal in other countries as well. But not only did he do that, but then when every country in the world virtually had released people from the COVID mandates and relaxed the impositions they'd put on their rights, he did not release Canadians from that travel ban until months after there was every bit of evidence that it should have been done. And all I can say about that was that was sheer bloody narcissistic malevolence.
Narcissistic malevolence. He's a very wicked person. It's someone who is all about themselves. This is all about me. This is about myself. You need to look at me. You need to listen to me. You need to worship me. You need to, adore me. It's that kind of thing, because I have the power in my hand, to affect your life. I can open my hand and release everything so that everything flows again, or I can keep my hand clenched and squeeze the life out of the country of Canada. Really? Are you kidding me? Really? Oh my gosh. The thing is, I know for a fact that Justin Trudeau used to box. I used to box. But this man, Justin Trudeau, I believe he feels he's some sort of champion kind of thing. He has that champion mentality inside him, and he has that champion bloody mindedness inside him. So whatever he says goes. No, this is a law and a land of consensus. It's not the law of, you are not a king, you're not a monarch, you're not a ruler. You are not a descendant from up on high. You do not have divine right. You are merely an elected official who will serve for a period of time. But I do know that Justin Trudeau is part of the inner sanctum. He's part of the elite. He's part of the selected ones, I mean, we give the impression that they are elected, but guys, believe me, these guys are selected. And there is a massive difference between that. A massive difference. I'm just going to wheel this again. Just hear about Justin Trudeau not releasing Canada and Canadians back into a good society.
And the rights, he did not release Canadians from that travel ban until months after there was every bit of evidence that it should have been done. And all I can say about that was that was sheer bloody narcissistic malevolence. There was zero excuse for that. And the mere fact that he didn't rescind that policy months ago, that in itself should have been enough for the government to fall.
Oh, man. That was just a little tiny little extract from my man Jordan B. Peterson. I want to hear some more about this Justin Trudeau, guys, and I've got a lot more to say about him. So I'm going to wait until we get some more bits and pieces, but this is just the first one. And I want to call this section The Truth Hurts or something like that, because I'm not really into politics per se, not at all, guys. I'm into more of what's right against what is wrong. And here at Urb'n Barz, I love my music. Trust me on that, people. I love my music more than anything. But sometimes, guys, there's more important things to debate and talk about than just things that will momentarily please us and keep us happy. We need to know, we need to make sure, and we need to know that what's going on around us is right. Seriously, guys, we need to know what around us, really? Can I even speak English? I don't think so. But we really need to know that what is going on around us is not only that it's right, but it is right for us. It's not just right for now, but it's right for us now and right for us in the future. Because if we sleep while we're walking, seriously, a lot of us are sleepwalking. We really are, into oblivion. We really will have nothing to back us up and nothing to say in a few years' time, when we realize that we could have prevented situations down the line if only we'd had our eyes open now. I mean, if people like Justin Trudeau can get away and do with what he's doing now, what on earth can he get away with? And what even worse things could he sort of be over and overseeing in the future? I mean, that thing with the truckers in Canada, that really shook my boots. That was an awful, awful thing to do, because I heard that they froze these people's bank accounts. Really? Are you kidding me? Do they have the right to do that? I don't know. I don't know what Canadian law is. But all I know is that on any sort of basis, that is a wicked and a mean, parsimonious, horrible thing for someone to do to people who are just trying to stand up for their rights and for their jobs and for their families. Really? No. Sometimes, people, it's time to stand up and to stand up for what we believe in. And these farmers and the truckers, they were standing up for what they believe in, and they're standing up for what is right. But they were literally treated as criminals, really, in their own country. And these people served their country a lot better than the politicians. Guys, that's all I'm going to say here at Urb'n Barz. I really love you. I love your support. I hope you like me talking about stuff like this. Truth hurts, because sometimes, guys, you really need to stick your head above the parapet and let people know, that you support them, let people know that you stand up for the truth. And guys, if that means that people come here and shoot me down and don't like it, then that's my own fault. But I have to tell you what is in my heart. So guys, that was our man Jordan P. Peterson. He was talking about Justin Trudeau being a narcissist, and I want to hear a lot more of JBP, a lot more. So guys, hopefully you like that. That was Truth Hurts. This is Urb'n Barz. If you haven't subscribed to my channel here at Urb'n Barz, please consider subscribing. I'm dropping the music 24/7, but this is another part of this channel here at Urb'n Barz that I really want to speak about. I've got the funny side of things as well, which I put on hold for the last few months, but I want to bring that back. Our Aussie funnies and our Good Morning Britain funnies as well, etc., etc. Yeah, they are definitely coming back in little snippets. But guys, here at Urb'n Barz, I appreciate your support. I appreciate all your kind words. I appreciate your comments. Guys, I hope you look after yourselves and you look after each other, and make certain you come back to the next Urb'n Barz reaction.